What's up, all you cool cats? I hadn't planned on recording tonight, but given everything that's at stakes for this week, I felt like I had to. So let's do big picture real quick. Tomorrow, Papa Powell is testifying again. We've got some auctions, bond auctions that are coming out. And Thursday, of course, is the big thing, the market mover, the CPI. That's what's going on. So in relation to that, let's get into this. I want to do a overall market analysis, SPY and ES, and everything else that's going on. I'm going to zoom this in a little bit. We can see on SPY, we have actually broken down from this channel. And so we're not so bullish on SPY anymore like we were before. We're still above support right now and above this previous ascending channel, but definitely not as bullish as we were. On ES, you can see that we're actually still within this channel though. So on the futures are still bullish. We're kind of trading in between zones here. So it's very interesting to see what's going to happen. When we zoom out here, we can see that there's some price action that's going on the advanced decline line that really is signaling that the market is about to break out in one direction very aggressively. And we don't know which way yet. Honestly, I think the CPI data is going to be the breakout catalyst for that. But let's take a look again at the Dixie and the VIX and everything that's going on with these patterns. So as I had pointed out in one of my previous videos, the dollar strength index we had this falling wedge pattern. This is the pattern target, which should put us back above that previous very strong support line. If we can break back above that, then, dollar strength is on. And you can see we have only completed about halfway through this pattern target. So if CPI comes in hotter than expected tomorrow, we could definitely see the dollar start to rally, but we won't really know until that number comes out. And then on the VIX, again, I pointed this out in a previous video, with this very, very strong support level down here for fear and a resistance line here, which has formed kind of a wedge pattern. And you can see price for fear wants to break out, and this is the pattern target. It's targeting up in about the 14 level. Of course, pattern targets can always overshoot. So, if we get a very, very hot CPI number, the market's not very likely to like that. So, but we could definitely see this shoot up. So one thing that I had actually pointed out on Webull is for the chart of gold, we had this, what appeared to be an inverted head and shoulders pattern. We had the neckline here. This was the pattern target. We broke out from that, retested a little bit. You can see we actually overshot that pattern target by a little bit. And interestingly enough, what it kind of looks like we're setting up now is just a regular head and shoulders pattern. We got a shoulder, left shoulder, head, possible right shoulder here, and this is the neckline for that, and this is the pattern target. If this breaks down, then we could see gold, at least GLD, going down to about 213 a share. Similarly, on the chart for silver, SLV, I had pointed this out in one of my other videos. We had a rising wedge pattern. We've basically met that pattern target, not exactly though. And you've got to keep in mind, patterns can often run into stronger resistance, and that can actually make them not complete the pattern target. If there's an instance where the pattern target is not met, it's usually because they met strong support or strong resistance. And again, I'm going to zoom out to the 4-hour time frame, but these orange lines, this represents an ascending channel that silver has been inside of for a while, and price hit this support line of that channel. And once it hit that support line, it bounced, came up, hit this resistance, bounced again, and patterns can morph. So you can see this resistance line here in yellow and another support line here in yellow. And these are pattern targets in either direction. Silver has essentially formed a symmetrical triangle now. Now, generally speaking, whenever you're above support, whenever you have this kind of pattern, you would expect it to bounce to the upside. But, there could be surprises. Whatever that CPI data comes out as, it could force this down. And again, if the dollar, like I showed you, if the dollar continues to rally as that pattern predicts, we could most definitely finally see this break through this support line, and we could come down to this, what I am considering kind of like a secondary support line for silver. So here we've got the chart of Amazon. Again, I pointed this out in a previous video. We have this wedge pattern that's going on here. This is the pattern target. This is targeting around 192 to 193. And we broke down below this support line. We're still trying to retest it. And what we could actually see happen, and this happens sometimes in very bullish markets, which that's what we're in, is we can actually see price come back up and retest this previous support line and then finally confirm it as resistance, and then we get the sell-off. And I wanted to just really quickly do an update on Intel. Just like I went over in my last video, this was the likely area for support. I mentioned in that video that, you know, the 33-ish area was a good spot for support, and we can see we got up to almost 35.50, pulled back sharply, and we hit a low of 33.72. So that's between that $33 and $34 area. Now, will this continue on up? I think we're going to need to see more price action to know for sure. But again, if you follow along with everything that I'm showing you, I'm going to try to give you everything that I can so that you know where's the likely area for bounces and rejections. I want to try to provide the most value for our community. And so if you can leave any comment down below with any ticker of your choice and you'd like me to do an analysis on it, I would love to do that for you. Make sure that you're subscribed and tap that notification bell so that you'll get that update whenever I do that analysis and I post that. And while you're down there already, if you don't care to tap that like button, it helps the algorithm. I know everybody says that, but it's true. And, you know, without anything else further to say, I just want to say I hope you all have a great night. Good luck trading tomorrow, and happy CPI.